phone because usually I just probably record the video and upload it straight after. But no, my storage on my phone is being a bit of a bitch at the moment, so I've just got to go live and yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we'll get into my tips. So the first game, round 24, it's the Knights and the Titans at Sunshine Coast Stadium. So uh, ins and outs, David Clemens out this week for the Knights, and Tyson Frizzell comes in. While for the Titans, Ash Taylor's been dropped, I believe, and looks like Tyron Petrie replaces Ash Taylor in the halves, and Philip Sammy, Mitch Rain, and Mikey Fedawaka all come in. So that's the only changes for the Titans there. In this game, I will tip the Titans. I think I like Titans a bit more than the Knights. I do believe they'll win. But look, it's a toss of a coin sort of game, so I guess we'll see what happens. Now, moving on to the first game of two on Friday evening, it's the Warriors and the Raiders at BB Prince Stadium in Mackay. So this is the Warriors team. So basically, looks like Matt Lodge is back for the Warriors this week, starting at prop. Sean O'Sullivan replaces Chanel Harris-Tavita at 5'8", because Harris-Tavita has been dropped by the Warriors this week for some reason, and Sean O'Sullivan replaces him at 5'8". And Kane Nikorima also returns to the Warriors because he obviously had to see the birth of his second child, so he's back for the Warriors off the bench. And for the Raiders, Sam Williams is dropped this week, so Matt Frawley starts at halfback, while Corey Horsburgh, who was on a 2-week loan with the Bulldogs, he joins the bench for the Raiders again and returns to the club. And also joining the Raiders bench, it's Saliva Havili who also comes in. In this game, I will tip the Raiders. I think I can trust Canberra a bit more than what I can with the Warriors. So I will tip Canberra to probably win. I'll probably only go 1-12. I think it'll be a pretty tight game. I think it'll be high scoring because both teams can't defend as well, but I will go to the Raiders to win. So yeah. Now the main game, the game I'm looking forward to the most, it's the Roosters and the Rabbitohs. That's at Suncorp Stadium, a massive game coming up, of course. So they're running down the Roosters team. So Adam Kieran and Nat Butcher are both out for the Roosters this week. Lachlan Lamb moves from halves to the centres. And looks like Ian Butcher replaces Nat Butcher in the back row, his brother. Sam Walker starts at halfback this week. And Ben Marshy and now Fahu White all start off the bench this week for the Roosters. And also a name I have not seen in like ages, it's Brad Abbey, who comes in for the Roosters on the wing. So that's his first game since 2018 apparently. And for the Rabbitohs, Keon Kalal Matagi is out with suspension, so he's out for 2 weeks. Josh Mansell's out for the rest of the year with a knee injury, so Jackson Pulo replaces him on the wing. In this game, I will tip the Rabbitohs to win. I hope Rabbitohs win because as a Manly fan, in case we smash the Bulldogs on Sunday, I really hope Souths wins so we can get a top 4 spot back. So I will tip Souths to win, probably 1-12 though. So yeah, hopefully Souths can win. Now Super Saturday, the first game of 3, it's the Dragons and the Cowboys at 3 p.m. at Brown Park at Rockhampton. So for the Dragons this week, there's a couple of changes. Tyrell Sloan, he starts at fullback for Matt Duffy this week. Blake Laurie returns from injury, and Josh Maguire also starts at prop this week. And James Sullivan remains a hooker for the Dragons. Jack DeBellin moves from prop to lock. Tarek Sims moves from lock to second row. And also Freddie Lasik, who the Dragons got on a loan deal. He starts off the bench for the Dragons this week. For the Cowboys, some big ins. Jason Tamalola and Kyle Phillip are both in for the Cowboys this week. So they go back to, Jason Tamalola starts at prop, which is very interesting. And Kyle Phillip goes to the wing. And that's pretty much it. So in this game, it's very tough because I think this can go either way. I will back the Cowboys, probably 1-12. I think Cowboys, I think with Tamalola being there and Kyle Felt, it's some big wins for them, big experience, and I think they'll get the wins. So I'll tip Cowboys to probably win. I'll go 1-12 only. But Dragons, it's a game they can definitely win as well. So I wouldn't be surprised. Now the second game of Super Saturday, it's the Broncos and the Sharks at 5:30 p.m. at Suncorp Stadium. So changes for the Sharks. Looks like Ronaldo Bulatalo, well, obviously broke his jaw, Ronaldo Bulatalo, so he's out for the rest of the season. That's why Moeni Harodi comes in on the wing. And it looks like Connor Tracy keeps his spot in the centres for the Sharks. And Luke Metcalf, who had a good game against the Tigers last week, he'll also keep his spot in the halves. And also, Aiden Tolman returns from one game suspension from suspension. So he's back for the Sharks this week. As for the Broncos, they're 1-17, so the Broncos have no changes after their win against the Warriors. In this game, I will tip the Broncos to win in a bit of an upset. I believe Broncos, they've been in really good form, and I think with the Sharks, the Sharks have been really up and down with their form. They have been great, so I'll tip the Broncos to win. Probably, Broncos 1-12 probably. It's not going to be a smashing of a win, but I do think Broncos will get the win, so I'll tip them to win. And now, last game of Super Saturday, it's the Eels and the Storm at Suncorp Stadium to end off Super Saturday. So, going through the Storm's team, basically, it looks like Brandon Smith, Justin Olam are all back for the Storm this week, as well as Jerome Hughes and Tui Kamakamika are in for the Storm. So, it's a very strong Storm team this week. Nico Hines will move to the bench, I'm pretty sure, if that's what it says. Yeah, he'll move to the bench, Nico Hines this week. And George Jennings, who injured his knee against the Titans last week. Dean Eremia will replace him on the wing, so that's the only changes to the Storm this week. As for Parramatta Eels, Blake Ferguson comes in for Micah Sevo on the wing, because obviously Micah Sevo did his knee injury and he's out for the whole of 2021, so that's the only change for the Eels there this week. But anyway, Storm will still win. Storm will probably win easy, I reckon. So Storm to win probably 13 plus. I just can't see. I can't see how the Eels will win on Saturday. I just think Storm will be too good, so I'll tip Storm by 13 plus pretty much. Now, speaking of 13 plus, Sunday footy, it's the first game of two. It's the Seagulls and the Bulldogs, and this game could be really ugly. So. And this game's at Moreton Daly Stadium in Redcliffe, by the way, where the game's been played at. So going through Manly's team, Tom Travojevic is back this week for the Sea Eagles. Tavita Funa has been suspended for 2 weeks because of a shoulder charge. Brad Parker also returns for Manly this week from a concussion, so Moses Sully moves to the reserves. And Toff Sipley will also start prop this week with Josh Aloye going to the bench. For the Bulldogs, there's heaps of changes for them this week. Adam Elliott stood down. Luke Thompson suspended. Corey Waddell suspended. Corey Horsburgh and Ryan James both going back to the Raiders this week in their loan deals. So they've got heaps out this week, the Bulldogs. But it looks like Ava Samanu Fagai and Jack Hetherington will both start at prop. And Matt Dury and Joe Simpson are the starting back rows for the Bulldogs this week, while Bailey Biondi Odo starts at hooker. And Jackson DePine also drops to the reserves. And Brandon Wakeham, Ofahiki Ogden, Chris Patolo, and Sion Katoa make up the bench for the Bulldogs. But it doesn't matter. Manly will win easy. Manly by 13 plus, or I can extend that to 69 plus for the Manly to win on Sunday. 69 plus, I'm tipping Manly to win by. So that's what I reckon will happen, but we'll see anyway. And to end round 24 to end this round, it's the Panthers and the Tigers at Moreton Daly Stadium in Redcliffe. So the team for the Panthers pretty much, James Fisher-Harris is back for the Panthers this week. So he'll come in for the Panthers. Brian Toto will return from an ankle injury, so he starts on the wing. And it looks like, that's the only changes there for the Panthers. And Dylan Edwards is back as well. So Dylan Edwards also returns to the Panthers this week as well. And now for the Tigers, the big out for the Tigers is that Adam Dewey's been out this week because obviously he injured his knee against the Sharks last week, so that's why he's out. So replacing Adam Dewey at 5'8", it's Jock Madden, and also Thomas McCarley and Jacob Little also coming for the West Tigers as well. So, in this game, I reckon the Panthers will win easy. I mean, I think Tigers, the Tigers beat them last time, but to be fair, Panthers had all their players out the last time Tigers beat them. So I do expect Panthers to win by 13 plus pretty much, an easy win for them. But, who knows? It could be a good game. Hopefully, if Tigers compete, but we'll go to the Panthers though in a big win. But guys, thanks for watching the live stream. I wouldn't normally do this, but like I said, my storage was being a real pain in the ass, so that's why I had to go live on YouTube to make my tips. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another video. So thanks for watching, guys.